Hello, I'm Scott DiAgostino, and welcome to Movies. The first movie we're talking about this week is Prisoners. Prisoners is a really good movie starring Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. The plot kicks off when Hugh Jackman and Terrence Howard's children are stolen from them, and Hugh Jackman will do anything to find them, even if it means torturing a person with the IQ of a 10-year-old. Prisoners was a really good movie up until the ending. Now, the ending didn't completely ruin the movie, but it just made it less good. It's still worth seeing in theaters, but just don't think it's going to be a great movie. Grade B+. The next movie is The Butler, or Lee Daniels The Butler, because Warner Brothers thinks you'll get them confused with a short film from 1918 that has nothing to do with it. I'm not sure why Warner Brothers did that, but they did. Either way, The Butler is a really good movie. Forrest Whitaker is great as a White House butler. Even better is his son, David Olewuya. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly. He plays a radical Black Panther who eventually realizes that they're not very good and decides to be a more peaceful protester. The only downside of this movie are the actors playing the presidents. Robin Williams isn't very good as Eisenhower, and Alan Rickman is miscast as Ronald Reagan, but there's no bigger problem than John Cusack as Nixon. Seriously, they didn't even give him makeup to look like Nixon. If he had more than 10 minutes of screen time, I'd suggest that he got a Razzie nomination, but he didn't, so that's good. Grade B+. And speaking of the Razzies, one of the big contenders from next year is getting a Kickstarter campaign. That movie is Atlas Shrugged Part 3. Yes, they need money, not for the film itself, but so they can get an ad campaign, even though that violates about a dozen Kickstarter rules. The funny thing is, the book Atlas Shrugged disapproves of mooching, as in a Kickstarter account. So, the makers of Atlas Shrugged Part 3, in addition to sullying Ein's work, is making a mockery of it by being hypocritical. Considering how awful the last two were, maybe Atlas Shrugged 3 will dethrone Batman and Robin as the worst movie ever. I doubt it, but we'll see next year. I'm Scott DiAgostino, and I'll see you at the movies.